Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Brandon, went back again with Critical Failure, and I originally wrote this kind of a scripted video, like in more of a guideline for homebrew tips, and then I realized it's more for Dungeon Master tips, so it looks like I'm changing it up a little bit. I hope everyone had a great 4th of July. I know I had a decent one. I had a great birthday the day before that, so things were looking up for me the past few days. I'm sorry that videos weren't put out like they were supposed to be. It was a holiday that people around me like to celebrate, and then my birthday that people wanted to celebrate. Plus, it was my 21st birthday, so I got a little tipsy. But just want to explain why that isn't, or for why the videos weren't uploaded like they were supposed to be. So we're getting back on track starting today. I'm going to do a video now, and then maybe one later or right after this. It just depends on how everything works. I do want to say I finally have a laptop that is working that I can use. A good friend of mine bought me one for this specific reason, so I very much appreciate them for that. And I have found my Aarakocra script. It's actually, I found the flash drive, so I'm going to be writing for that again. And then going to the Aboleth right after that, because I am doing that. So expect that within the next coming month, because I'm going to be working on the scripts every day. I think I have to read down the Fiend Folio, the second month, all the monster manuals, so I can see what they all say per gen. So kind of got to do that. Or I might just do a beginning, like the difference between the first time they appear versus the 5th edition version. So that's what I probably will do. That seems fun. It just depends on how I've written the Aarakocra video. It really does depend on that. So yeah. Anyway, just getting straight into the actual video of this one. It's the 5 tips for Dungeon Masters. Number 1, something that I like to do, something that Ed does, is bring in reoccurring characters for a sense of familiarity and to flesh out the story and campaign. I like doing it just to bring the familiarity, to entice players to want to play, or to have something for the characters to hold on to. Because in a new campaign, it's some characters are going to be like, meh, I'm just going to either drop out after this first session, or they're trying to figure out too much. And if you have a character that's basically the same throughout every campaign, it'll give a sense of familiarity and something for them to either hold on to or not really pay attention to, because they already know how it goes. So like how our campaign is, we have Big G, so that's a big part of our campaign. So we have utilized him on like 4 or 5 different campaigns, and is something that we have done. But it does help certain players, I would say myself, latch onto the story and stuff like that. So definitely include that. Number 2, this one is kind of iffy. It depends on how you as a DM want to do it, but I say if a player makes a good enough backstory or a reason why they should start off with a magical weapon, completely reverse what their idea is probably, and give them a joke weapon or a joke thing. Like the Wand of Smiles. Like just now, while I was writing this, I made it a magic weapon called the Dagger of Screams, where it literally just, as soon as you want to sheath it, a very loud sound of someone basically getting stabbed emanates within 30 feet of the wielder, practically giving them disadvantage. And it's not a tuned weapon, so do that. Like, just completely give them a magical weapon, but make it basically useless. Like the Wand of Smiles, I guess you could make it have something. The Dagger Screams would basically give you disadvantage and make it more difficult for you to sneak up onto an enemy. Don't know why you would want that as a rogue, but it'd be funny as hell. I accidentally almost had my computer turned off because I haven't played with it a bit. Number 3, this is for bards, because I like the idea of doing this. I have done this, and I've had this happen to me, I should say. When you're playing a bard or having someone play a bard, make them actually perform and speak out for their persuasion check. So if they want to do some sort of persuasion check, have them speak out what's happening. If they can't persuade you as a player, or as a DM, or possibly player, depending on how it goes, if they are not doing well on it, have them subtract from the roll. If they're doing really well on it, like they're charismatic, they're able to like really actually start convincing you, add to their roll. So say they roll a 15, they needed a 20 to pass, but they really are doing great at convincing you, add a +5 to it. they're doing kind of good, +4. If they're like starting to convince you, +3. You know, just add it from 1 to 5. 5 being maximum, like really top tier good. 1 being like you started getting there, add a +1. And obviously, you're doing really bad, you're stuttering all over your words, you don't even know what you're trying to say, -5, and you know, all of that jazz all the way up to 0. So do stuff like that. In my opinion, it's really useful if you do that. I like doing that to players in general. I haven't really utilized it much, but I really like it when the player starts in conversation and then I'm like, roll for persuasion or roll for performance, stuff like that. Number 4, I think I've done this one before, not very sure. I don't keep my scripts, but now that I have a laptop, I will be. This one is, if there's a paladin, a cleric, or warlock, or a player who is really into their religion as a player or character, make it an important part of the campaign or to that player. So bring in the religious aspect to them. The cleric, paladin, and warlock specifically, because they are heavily religious roles, like put that in there. Like you call to your god talks to you, or your angel, or the demon, or the devil, whatever you have it set on, definitely do that. Is a very big thing, because if religion isn't really in the forefront, which is terrible. I've played with a lot of people who don't use it. I know I don't really do it, so I'm trying to put this in there as like something I want to do. I have been trying to. I've been learning a lot of different religions just so I can do this, because I like using real life religions compared to D&D religions. But that is number 4. Number 5, this is more for suggestion rather than something that you can do. I like modernizing certain types of things in campaigns. I like adding electricity and faster modes of travel than the normal horse and buggy, but say like an electric train, that shit would be expensive to fucking get. Make gold hard to come by. Make it like really difficult. Not everyone's gonna be able to get it. Only the top tier get that shit. And then the platinum pieces, only the fucking 1% of the 1% would get that. You'd probably get copper as a thing, and that's a normal currency. I like doing stuff like that. So having electricity, having a place like that would probably be really expensive to have. So normal people live in like slums area, like where they don't have electricity. They live in open fires and stuff like that, that type of setting. While the people that can afford having like 5 gold a month are able to pay 1 or 2 gold to have electricity. And then a train pass to go to work a day is like a gold. You know, like something really expensive. So they're having to work really hard labor jobs just to get up to that, or multiple people having to do that. So something like that. So change the economic monetary value of things, going from 1,000 to 100. So copper pieces, 100 copper pieces equal 1 silver piece, and 1,000 silver pieces equal 1 gold. That would make it to where silver is a heavily utilized currency, but gold isn't, and then make it 100 or 1,000, up to you. Gold pieces equal platinum. So it really just matters to you on how you want to run that as DM. I think it's a good idea. Call me a dick if you want, but I really like using those lesser pieces, because adventurers just get a shit ton of gold. Let's be honest, they become rich in the end of it. I want them struggling to survive, right? I want it realistic in that aspect, because you're going to be buying shit ton of food, silver, and it's all that type of jazz. Like, I don't imagine them being rich all the time. Yeah, they can find magic weapons that they can sell for gold, like a couple of gold or like a platinum piece, but it's going to be difficult for that type of shit. So that's in my opinion. But thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe as I bring you more D&D content in the future. I don't know when Ed's going to drop his first video. Hopefully he'll tell me. But thank you guys for watching. We really do appreciate it. Please subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you guys can be alerted when we drop a video. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for videos or anything that you would like us to do, stuff like that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.